Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you. Remember, embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
The thing we know about kayfabe is that he's a dog, and also it's participatory. And I think there's a difference we have going on, where one side acknowledges it, and they participate knowing that it's rigged, right? And then there's this one, the other ones are just participating, they're playing along, they know it's rigged. There's a thing here going on where your acceptance of how to interface with kayfabe, how to participate in kayfabe, whether or not that includes the fact that it's fake and scripted or not, is it play? I don't, like I said, this was the edge of my thinking aloud. So the archetype, at least as far as I can tell, that I'm trying to manufacture as a TV station, as part of mass media propaganda, is that of us as fire ants coming together in small intentionality networks that will eventually achieve synchronic harmony. Hermio. We're into the sea of bullshit, forming small networks that will eventually come online. Now, I don't want to be an ant. Is that a shitty archetype? So what the hell else do you have out there? Nothing.
Nobody heard any of that because you hadn't added the stage. No, that's fascinating. Well, kayfabe's alive. It was expensive, but you guys covered it. Thank you very much. He's pouting in the backyard. It's a little worse day than most days, but he'll be all right, I guess.
We all know that there is no agency, any living gent can see doing what is right for me. Just lifting up my bro so he can grow some eyes to see that doing what is right for me increases all our agency.
Nicolette scoring the +4 to these coming up savings throws because I didn't have myself added to stage when I said hi, Clara and Mills and Tom and Spatch and Slack and Franco and Luigi and Joab and Clara and no. I said all that, but you didn't hear it. And only Nicolette gets the +4 for the corn, for the catching it with the corn, that I was muted when I was saying things like a jackass. Okay, now those savings throws and Nicolette Latte gets a +4 too. Are hi, Clara. It's are against the mind control, which we'll tell you about on today's show, thanks to a Friday finding. There you go. You've delivered on the title. Friday findings that Mills brought me on today, which is Friday. So we'll be going over into even more about mind control with that. So you should have a savings throw against them. Stop it. The way you resist the mind control is by choosing your will to survive, your social network, your accumulated wisdom, or the power of your heart. Your choice between those is which one? Which one will you use to resist the mind control? Well, you let me know, and you pick survival, social, wisdom, or heart. And you don't have to let me know. You can be private in your head about it. But you pick one. I roll a die 10 or higher. You made your savings, so half damage from the mind control. Under 10 on the die, it's not so much. You're full damage. As usual, though, it's no different, but you know now, which, it's half the battle. Survival, social, wisdom, or heart. Choose. Survivalist, your bonuses must apply because you only got a 4, 1 for each chamber. Lovers, socialists come next. They made it. Half damage for the socialist. You got 10 today. 10 for you. Lovers of wisdom, even stronger resistance. That's a 16 coming from your neck of the woods. Hard, folks. I hope you left a replay comment for the +5 because you only got a 6 today. A 6 today on your savings throw. And Indigo, kids, guess what? Behold has decided to make an appearance. Let's see if we can manage this. Just give the thing time to focus. Not do the zoom in, zoom out, not tell it so now it knows to focus. It's going to try and it can. There, you can see her. There. Congratulations, Indigo kids, with a nat 20. That's +3 to next stream saves for you.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
This just in from the deck of complete falsehoods. We've got somebody going through all the live streams, finding when the Indigo die made the nat 20. And distilling content from only those live streams into a Behold the Special. That's from the completely falsehoods. Red Church card of the show is the 5 of spades. Maybe we're digging a hole.
Midwestuary 2025, August 22nd through the 24th in Elmhurst, Illinois. A weekend you won't want to miss, with special guests Cale Zeldin, Paul Vanderklay, Rod Dreher, Elizabeth Oldfield, John Vervaeke, and Jonathan Pajot. Midwestuary 2025, the Fellowship of the Spirit. Stay tuned for more details. Visit us at midwestuary.com for ongoing updates.
A lot of thoughts that brings to mind. I haven't even begun my Midwestuary attendance script, so I have no reason to think I'll actually make it there at this point. With John Vervaeke and all of them right there, right there. You could put me up on the, like, have me take the stage on a panel with all of them. You could do that. But only if I make it. Only if I make it. We better get that grift going soon. Here we go. The Jux deck card of the show is the 7 of spades. Keep on digging. Oh, great news, everybody. Stephanie Christos has finally arrived and we can start the show. Man, that was awkward, a long time waiting. At Men's Room Friday Findings, what do you have loaded for the first tab? Oh, you technically found it yesterday, but check out our good friend Jonathan Dumire shilling, what's his nuts? Powerful Sigil Magic.
So anyway, perhaps we'll explore it in connection. Yes, or primary. Explore how it connects. So, first of all, you have all these connections. Look at that. That's crazy. So, it is my contention that this is kind of a correct mapping of the astrological archetypes insofar as it helps us to understand them in a deeper way. And let me pull it up on my screen so I can see it like a real weatherman here. Now you can also, this is pretty cool, so you can see, let's take Mercury as the example. Okay, so we can see that Mercury is next to the moon, so it has this kind of lunar, reflective, relational, kind of dreamy, nocturnal, feminine quality, but it's more towards the kind of primordial oneness of...
You just call Mercury feminine, man? That's so accurate. I mean, inappropriate. Oh, guys, let me show you next. My next Friday findings on today's findings was something that caused me to rejoice.
Although this world will devastate you, and rejoice although this world will penetrate you, and rejoice although you will not survive. Rejoice, you'll never make it out alive.
Excellent rehearsal, gentlemen.
And rejoice, your hair it smells like burning hair. Oh, rejoice, your nails all got chewed off. Oh, rejoice, and holy fuck, you're bleeding there. Oh, rejoice, you burn your whole beard off. Rejoice despite the fact this world will hurt you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will kill you. And rejoice despite the fact this world will tear you to shreds. Rejoice because you're trying your best.
Hey, I love that one. That's gorgeous. Thank you, brother. Wait, who's that brother?
Andrew Jack.
Boy, howdy, Penn, you sure called it. Pennsylvania Pete? Are you Pennsylvania Pete? Is that who you are? Anyway, yes, he does. That's correct. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. This is a Virtually Not Alone live stream. I hope you're feeling the bubble. You see, I was here, and Penn was here, and now you're here. We're all here, virtually not alone. And it's a network. It's a network. It's howdy. If you see somebody using the bubble and they make you not, if they fail to make you feel virtually not alone, you shame them out of using the bubble. That's how the network works. One of the things that I found that caused me to rejoice recently, that was a Friday finding, is a YouTube channel landed in my algorithm, and it's called Senior Savvy, whatever that means. Senior Savvy Cannabis. What does this nice woman have to say?
You're not imagining it. That sativa from the dispensary isn't nearly as energizing as it used to be. Here's why. I'm Catherine Goldberg. I run the blog Senior Savvy Cannabis. Thank you for being here. I'm absolutely stunned that we have so many new followers and that my last video made such an impact and struck a chord. Clearly, there are a lot of us legal cannabis consumers that want energizing strains. We go to the dispensary and we go to the sativa section, misleading, we'll break that down, and we expect to get cannabis that, like in the olden days, was energizing and clear-headed and motivating. And although it's labeled sativa and certain terpenes are listed, that's not the effect we're getting. So I asked what was going on, and the response was outrageous. So to everyone who weighed in.
Now, this has been a core issue to me personally ever since I'd fled Portland and landed here and made a special road trip up to Colorado where things were legally available. And in the waiting room, and the weird way they do things in that Colorado, they had a video on the screen explaining how they were so genius that they can mix and match the indica and the sativa plants because the sativas grow real tall and the indicas not so much. And if you want to do 3 stacks to maximize your dollar, you're going to corrupt the strain of sativa and poison the medicine with indica bullshit. And so it was a rejoicing to me that some nice lady is explaining why these things are horrible to the seniors who are being milked and getting tainted medicine.
On both sides, the people who are also frustrated that we're trying to do this the right way by supporting legal cannabis and we're not getting the medicine we need. And to all the growers who broke down this incredible plant in a way that I could never have imagined, and really explained why we're in this situation and what to do with it. So if you, like me, enjoy energizing cannabis and you are disappointed.
Oh, I'll leave the link in the comment after the stream so you can find out what to do if you're like her. This show is produced by a shadow cabal of production executives, and that hasn't been updated since it included the German Dragon, Upcycle Club, and the mysteriously absent Stephen D20. Let's take this moment to thank everybody who gives me money, and let's this keep happening.
Special thanks to the Shadow Cabal. So say we all.
And speaking of legalized cannabis, recently the guy who's had Firth on, known as 5Z, celebrated his 100 subscriber special. And here's a piece of that now at 420.
But you were saying meditation is higher than opinion, like prayer or some sort of higher state of consciousness. Talk about that.
Meditation isn't higher than opinion, it's perpendicular. It's stepping outside the opinion matrix entirely. In meditation's deepest states, you're not holding better opinions, you're witnessing the opinion-making machinery itself. The mind becomes transparent, you see thoughts and judgments arise, exist, and dissolve without becoming them. This isn't some mystical woo, it's practical metacognition. The meditator develops the ability to experience reality directly before the mind slaps labels on everything, before the automatic good-bad sorting happens. What's fascinating is what happens in this space between stimulus and response. There's a freedom there. Not freedom from having opinions, but freedom from being owned by them. The difference between I have this thought versus I am this thought. Advanced practitioners report moments of pure perception, experiencing the world without the filter of conceptual thinking. Not permanently, but as temporary states of clarity. This isn't anti-intellectual. You can return to analytical thinking with greater precision after touching this non-conceptual awareness.
Imagine.
You must eradicate from your essence childish folly. You must eradicate from yourself childish folly. You must abandon childish things.
You must grow up.
You must abandon.
You must grow up. Grow up.
You must grow up.
Grow up.
You must abandon childish things.
You must grow up.
You must grow up.
Grow.
Grow up. You must grow up.
Grow.
Grow up.
Grow.
Grow up.
Grow.
Grow up.
Grow.
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 Grow. Grow. Grow. Grow.
God gives me up to the ungodly and casts me into the hands of the wicked. I was at ease, and he broke me apart. He seized me by the neck and dashed me to pieces. He set me up as his target. His archers surround me. He slashes open my kidneys and does not spare. He pours out my gall on the ground. He breaks me with breach upon breach. He runs upon me like a warrior. I have sewed sackcloth upon my skin and have laid my strength in the dust. My face is red with weeping, and on my eyelids is deep darkness. Although there is no violence in my hands, and my prayer is pure.
This is how
Oh,
I steer. This is me chasing this thing, you know. Yeah. This is how I steer. Yeah. This is me chasing this thing, you know. Yeah. This is how I steer.
Now, according to the tab order, I have ahead. We're not yet to the delivery of the Friday findings portion where it relates to the thumbnail you see there with two guys at the fire thing, and it says men's room. But I feel as though we're gonna be going out of sequence and jumping to it now. Let's see. It's a thing. I'm working. How do we say this? I'm committed to involvement with someone helping me manifest something very near and dear to my heart into reality, and as a side project that it gives me it affords. There's an affordance of opportunities to create. There's additional, because of the intimacy of the involvement, of additional opportunities to generate reciprocity type energies arise, and as such, something was generated in reciprocity to him, and but I found it useful to myself as well, and then had my good friend Gifty encode it into a story for you, and that I'll now subject you to.
Absolutely. Here's a story crafted to sound like myth but land like memory. For read aloud resonance, subtly weaving the core patterns you listed without naming them directly. There was once a man who carried a key he did not remember forging. It hung from his neck on a chain of thorns he pretended was decorative. Whenever asked, he would laugh and say it was just something from college, or a gift from someone I don't talk to anymore. But in truth, it had weight, enough that he angled his posture to keep it hidden under his shirt. He didn't know where the lock was, only that he feared what might be inside. He spent his days building towers, code, spreadsheets, machinery, metaphors, sturdy things, impressive things. From the top floors of his structures, he could look down on the rest of life like it was far beneath him. The messy kitchen, the unfinished letters, the brother he stopped calling, the ache he wouldn't name. Every now and then, the wind would catch the chain around his neck and whip the key into sight. He would flinch as if struck. One day, he met another man, weathered, quiet-eyed, who was stacking stones by a fire. Not building anything in particular, just tending heat. They sat in silence until the older man spoke. "You don't know what it opens, do you?" The builder's face tightened, but he didn't lie. "No." "Then stop pretending it's nothing." They sat like that a while longer. No sermon, no blueprint, just the hiss of flame and the slow recognition that he hadn't been held in quiet like this for years. That night, he dreamt of a house buried deep underground. Not collapsed, buried. Inside was a room with 5 chairs, all empty but one. A younger version of himself sat there, holding a question in his lap like a wounded bird. The key around his neck pulsed with heat. When he awoke, the thorns on the chain were gone. Still, there was blood at his collar. But this time, he didn't hide it. He stood, breathed deep, and walked toward a place he had once left behind. Not to fix anything, not to prove anything, but to be there, keys and all.
Jesus speaks to the ancient in us. He is talking to the mud in us. He is talking to the holy breath in us. He reminds us of a garden we almost remember.
People very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right, just new king, big, great can new, happy, the hours are not what they seem, the hours. People very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right, just new king, big, great can new, happy, the hours are not what they seem. The hours are not what they seem. The hours, people very just king, great king. People error, people king, big, just king. Happy, many down, many jack king from right, just new king, big, great can new, happy, the hours are not what they seem, the hours.
Well then, that particular time and space moment, like, reminded me that something exists. This
Midwestuary 2025, August 22nd through the 24th, in Elmhurst, Illinois.
that was happening, and that song was like completely wonderful, right? And so wouldn't it be great if the Four Winds, yes, the Four Winds, a spontaneous quartet came into existence to do a performance of new. Imagine if you will, imagine it in an intermission break. In an intermission break in Elmhurst, you step outside only to hear four men with beautiful singing voices calling themselves the Four Winds, for a performance of. Would that not be amazing? Would it not? In the corner has been swamped with a
mind control.
Mind control.
Mind control.
Mind control.
Receiving throws for mind control. So this is how bad I have failed. Receiving.
I understand you have a respect for serious play. Yes, I have a ritual with my channel where, like reminding fish that they're in water. I remind people that there's a lot of mind control out there, even if you just consider advertising.
So this is how bad I have failed.
I give you a savings throw against the mind control I use against you. So A, you know I'm using it against you, and if it works, I get more points. And B, you get the chance to resist it. You base your resistance on your choice between your will to survive, your social networks, your accumulated wisdom, or the power of your heart.
Mind control will continue in a moment.
Ron Copperman says, I'm going to Chicago. I don't know why it's in Elmhurst, but he's going to Chicago. Now, where to stay? Where to stay? Now, see, this is part of the upcoming grift. I'm almost positive, you see, because I think in the case that we have such things as micro celebrities as Ron Copperman and Grim Grizz and Tayo Falele attending this Midwestuary event, that what we ought to do, like if I were running the lodgings, what I would do is I would have like a bed and breakfast where it's for like 4 or 5 people, and then put each micro celebrity in one of those bed and breakfasts and sell the other 4 seats to the 4 and 5 people bed and breakfast for the special, like, intimate access to your favorite micro celebrity bed and breakfast experience, because your ticket pays for them to stay. And wouldn't anyway, we need hold on a minute. Now I need more branding. What do we want? What does this whoosh? No, that's a silent one.
There's a lot of whistling past the graveyard going on, for sure.
Whistling past the graveyard. That's a good one.
Yeah. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. You know,
that is stored in the branding as a joy moment because it was created by Joy given to us over on the Broken Clock Tower Discord. Does that invite link still work? And she's, as far as we know, over in Ghana now, visiting and connecting with Mother Nature roots and such. And remind her to keep you in the protective prayers, because that's Ghana. And the Blue Church card of the show is the Ace of Hearts. Oh. What's next? This. Hit it.
The list? Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room? I want to cast Magic Missile.
The room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here. I'm attacking the darkness.
I've told you guys I needed a longer one as many times as I've told you Pastor Paul needs a planting blane. A planting blane branding. Anyway, it's a magic missile because what one of our Friday findings title delivery was from Mills 8102 over on the Broken Clock Tower Discord in the Dada Materials Defense Against the Dark Arts Materials. What? Yes, political surveillance marketing, a strategy of FUD. FUD, he says.
I'm studying again, open rates, click rates, whole 9 yards, and I was able to find those people online, predictive modeling, find
false advertisement. This is not his clip, I don't think. No, I redirected it. Son of a. Maybe not. Really? Whatever.
And now I'm studying again, open rates, click rates, whole 9 yards, and I was able to find those people online, predictive modeling, find everybody else who might be like, and then what ended up happening is surround sound marketing. They're coming across the border and they're going to rape your daughter and they're going to steal your job. Right? Hardcore, therefore your greatest fear, because I'm measuring fear, right? I'm measuring pain. What do people want is what they'll open up on, what they'll buy, because they're lacking something. Right? But this was all around, as you see in today's world around politics, the whole thing's around fear, right? If you can hijack what somebody's fear is and actually place that fear in their head, then you can actually then start creating the more and more content and follow them every single place they go. It's not just, that's why I said it's not social media.
Yeah.
This device, that device, it's everything, everywhere, all at once. Creating that reality until I agitate somebody. And then the second, you get somebody to sign a petition, they are 10 times more likely to do something. They're in. And then when you get somebody to wear a hat, oh my God, now they represent the tribe. Now they become part. Whoever's trying to influence you, it's flipped. So they're here to help you. And therefore you become the soldier, right? And then when you get somebody to wear a hat, oh my God, now they represent the tribe.
So
now
say we all, yuck, 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 ho, ho, ho.
Anyway, what this guy had to say was so fascinating that John Online 26 says, perfect. When I think of the authenticity of Vervaeke's Awakening from the Meaning Crisis project, naturally, the first thing that comes to mind is bringing on millionaire ex-JP Morgan venture capitalist and private equity guy. So that's apparently this fellow, but the things he says are so interesting. We've decided to make it a special Saturday morning Defense Against the Dark Arts thing on the Discord tomorrow. All the people who have our secret Defense Against the Dark Arts meetings are coming out of that closet, and we're going to go through this thing together and make a distillate out of it, a communally crafted Defense Against the Dark Arts distillate based on what this guy had to say. Here's the 33rd minute-ish of it as we do.
that is the business model behind media, not just social media, but like all media. It's advertising to convince you to do something that may or may not be in your best interest. So now let's just flip it. All the data about you has been collected. And now through the stuff that I built how to do, I basically was studying where you pay attention. What captures your attention, what holds your attention, what triggers a longer commitment of your attention. And then what is, once something has your attention, where does desire strong enough for you to move your body, click, buy, do, sign a petition, all the way out into purchase or vote, protest, and unfortunately, riot, kill. Right? Like that's all doable, right? But now we've got the wearables, like I'm wearing a Whoop, or people have Aura rings, or all this stuff. Now think about that same thing. I'm collecting your real-time biometrics, right? So I can show you things and actually see what's happening to your heart rate, your blood pressure, your heart rate variability. We are getting closer and closer to wearable EEGs, so measuring your brain state.
Wearable EEGs?
Oh, shoot, where was I going with this? Attention.
It took a minute, and that's why that weird thing pops up. I was flipping through all my available brandings to find one in which I still had attention.
Oh, shoot, where was I going with this? Attention.
This particular branding folder also has the most disturbing branding ever made. Hope you made your savings throws.
The chase is on. Excitement is at a whole new level when the puppets start chasing you. Stay on your toes, because if they catch you, you might just become one of them forever. Frozen in puppet glory, living an eternal life of strings and wooden whimsy. It's a transformation like no other, but don't let that frighten you. It's all in the spirit of fun.
Oh my word, why does this feel so poignant at this moment? Oh gosh. I love the fact that they've put this all framed around somebody watching TV can make your brain go dead. That's why you should watch more YouTube. Edutainment, that's the way to go.
Oh, and maybe you didn't hear any of that because I was off the stage from switching the brandings around. But I did warn you that was the most disturbing branding. This has been the men's room. That's what the key was to. Anyway, we do have what? That's right. There's this website, YouTube page called Sunday Labs. Your data is sunshine, and it turns out I, none other than me, the one and only Grim Grace, was the 33rd subscriber to the Sunday Labs channel. Vervaeke pitches it all throughout this thing here with this guy. That's what they always say, Sunday Labs. This is what they're talking about. I think it's connected to Meister Pietro, which it would like a fringe with me and him would be like a mini boss fight. I bet. Let's second. Episode 1 with our friend Jordan Hall. What the hell's going on here? Hey, there's Chris.
Forms something like a more protective cocoon around the individual so that he can find himself on his own scale again and be known by something that is set to his rhythms. That doesn't completely cancel out all the noise.
Oh, set to the rhythms.
Every once in a while there'll be a colt that's just in training, and I'll walk by and see that colt and I'll just grin. I'm like, yep, that'll change. You'll have a different outlook at the end of the day, son. And it's not a bad thing. And it's the same thing with us. In this day and age, we just don't exert enough. We don't get tired enough. We just have all this nervousness. Our mind is going zip, 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 zip. And our emotions are up in the air, and we're depressed, or we're angry, or we're frustrated, or whatever. And it's a lack of physical labor. It's a lack of physical labor. You said, Dwayne, I live in a city. You know, I don't have firewood. I don't have fence posts. I don't have that. I don't have this. I don't have that.
LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP hard. LARP. We have the ability to LARP and LARP off merch. That was a McMo one, I think. I believe that was a McMo masterpiece. I think that was his stylistic impression, signature thereof. Okay. All right, this next part I gotta do a little bit. It's taking it back to the men's room, and it's like actually something I want to talk about. I want to talk about. I'm sure you've all been over to the Ethan Coffee channel to see the conversation he and I had, in which it is true that I reference what we know as the outdoor boys. And that's where this discussion spins. Therefore, now to here, this guy.
Luke here at the Outdoor Boys YouTube channel. I'm here with my son Tom, my nephew Ransom, and we're 25 miles north of the Arctic Circle. And we're catching massive sheefish through the ocean ice and hunting ptarmigan. We're cooking up good food and having an awesome time.
This has become like one of the things the YouTube generally throws on while I'm doing something else. Like I listen to something I intend to listen to, and then the autoplay. Once you start it, it'll throw this in your autoplay all the time. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching it. Where's the part? There's all this. There's this part.
Yeah, almost. There we go.
This here, and this thing about how it comes to us as men as to be the ones that enjoy creating bloodbaths of horror. It was this part that particularly sung that to me, and then there's this other part where they're hunting down the ptarmigans on the where's this? Where's the ptarmigan hunt? Here, this part.
So I'm learning a few things about hunting ptarmigan. They like to be around the willows on the sunny side of these hills, but they don't want to be in the really thick willows. That stuff's prime ptarmigan territory. That stuff's too thick. Oh, look, there's a moose.
And there's a guy who's just walking down the street with this dog that gets randomly attacked. I'm watching these ptarmigan guys are just chilling out, and then all of a sudden, here comes a slaughter. And those are men things, and I think they should be. And I think that's the part of the man's world that should stay part of the man's world, and can we steer back to that? I think it would be good. So that's, I don't know. That's what I. Oh, you guys cannot hear. Oh, you couldn't hear him. I don't know. Point being, I hope you heard that. That was the stream.